So I'm doing just a short little walk. I'm going to walk into Elland because I'm going to get picked up. Well, I'm going to get a lift home, that is. But it kind of works out because they're going, my mum's going to Elland to pick something up. So then, well, I said I kind of want to carry on doing a bit more walking. So I said, well, we'll just meet in Elland. And suddenly people have just remembered they need to go out. Goodness me. I kind of also wanted an excuse to kind of try out my trainers with my Shoes for Cruise insoles in my Solomons with my JCB socks to kind of see what they're like. So I was walking home with my thicker socks and then this same thing with thicker socks, just not comfortable at all. So I thought, well, I'll just try with slightly thicker, like slightly thinner socks, and it makes so much of a difference. I gave myself a rub-in with thicker socks. I was just like, oh, it hurt, it just hurt straight away. And like, I can still sort of feel it now, but it is a lot less uncomfortable. Just one of them things you've got to deal with at the moment. So I think as I've packed for my trip little thing next week, my thicker socks, I think, well, thicker socks are going to hurt me more. Goodness me, how many people are actually still out? I mean, it's surprising. I thought, oh yeah, there's not going to be many people out today. I think everybody's just going up towards bloody Blackley. Or not. I don't know. Oh, bloody hell, man. So what I'm doing is I'm staying in Fleetwood on the Saturday, coming back on the Sunday. And you know how like there's companies here for like housing, housing. So like for us it's Bramley's. For what it is over there in Fleetwood, it might just be not just Fleetwood but more. It's called Harris & Co. So they obviously it's a housing letting, house letting, like for buying a house. But what they also do as well is they'll offer on booking.com accommodation for like however whatever you want to stay in. And yeah, it just does that. I tell you what, that's a good idea though, because if you're like, oh, I want to buy something around there, you get like a little taster by just staying for like one night or two nights or whatever. And I'll tell you one thing for sure with my walking is my trainers, where I said, like, well, there's such a problem where I could feel like the side of the foot was just like catching and it was just a bit of a weird pain. Well, not pain, but like sensation. It's over. Goodness me, it is like 20 to 7. Practically everything will be shut and people are still out driving. I bet you good money these are people just driving for the sake of going out for something to do. I mean, I can still sort of feel a sensation a little bit, but with padded socks, it works so much better. Not actually people out, but people are out not in like the high vis that I've got on. People like are just kind of stick to the shadows. That's what people are doing, and then suddenly people can see me. think once my feet start to toughen up again and like have become like quite hard and firm, I can then put my original insoles in. But as of right now, I kind of have to have a bit of padding. Yes, surprisingly, there's still quite a few people out. Considering like the supermarkets are going to be shut. I mean, Tesco in Westfield's not going to be shut, and Co-op's not going to be shut either. It's just quite nice just to be walking down Sunday night. So my plan, oh god, voice crack. My plan with Fleetwood next Saturday is I'm going to catch I've booked the trains. I'm going to catch an early train to Blackpool, so from Halifax to Blackpool. It's going to be a 8:30 train in the morning. It'll get to Blackpool for 10:07. Now, unfortunately, because of the timing, there's a tram that's 10:09. So I'll sadly miss that, but then catch another tram that goes all the way up to Fleetwood Ferry. It goes all the way up, like towards the promenade, the Esplanade, and do that. You see, I'm going to then have this setup that I've got, I think, pretty much, because if I know this is comfy, I'll still take my other insoles if I do still want to change or whatever. Time is now 6:48. Yes, there's still quite a few people actually out driving. Really, I'm surprised. I think once I get towards Elland, I'm going to just stop filming. I think literally people want to be not seen. Actually, that kind of describes most of Elland. Don't want to be seen. Well, don't go out then. It's kind of it is dangerous as well, because if it is like, if you're out walking, like in this time of the night, it's not. I mean, it's only 20 to 7. Well, 10 to 7. But people that are driving only see you as soon as they're like a couple of meters within distance, whereas me, I'm like, I've got reflective bits on my high vis. Somebody can pull up onto this road and be like, oh, someone in a high vis there, go on, done, yeah. So my plan is I'll get to Blackpool for probably like just after 10, and I'll get to Fleetwood for roughly 10:30, maybe before 11 o'clock, and I can't get into my accommodation until 3 o'clock, so that gives me like 4 hours of solid exploring of Fleetwood. And my idea is to walk along the Esplanade Promenade, follow it down towards Cleveleys, I think it is, and then keep going, get to there, then go east, and then come back up the coastline. So then that way I've done like a Fleetwood outer shell. Just a nice walk, actually. I think I'm realising as well, like when I'm there, I'm typically like, oh, I'm going to do a super long walk, and I'm going to do a super long of this or whatever. But I think with what I've done, I've given myself more time to do stuff. Especially as I was going to go to the Fleetwood match, Fleetwood playing Port Vale, and then on the phone, I'd done a video on this already, but it'll go up at some point. It's basically on the phone saying non-supporters are not welcome, and I'm kind of like, okay, I can understand it with like to do with gangs and violence and whatever, but it's just me. I ain't gonna do that. If I'm in somewhere brand new, I'm not gonna cause a fuss, because if I'm staying in that place, people might be like, oh, that guy was a right twat, causing a fuss and he's staying there. That's not going to go down too well, is it? And then plus as well, like, I created an account on the website, Fleetwood Town website, and it said the same thing, pretty much what they said on the phone. So I'm like, well, I hope Port Vale absolutely batter the shit out of you next Saturday. To be fair, everyone's like, oh, depressed and all. I'm like, good. I hope they beat you. Anyway, it is now time. What's the time now? It is now 8:50. I keep saying 8, but it is 6:52. Gonna walk down here. I'm gonna see if this shop's open and potentially go in. I don't know if it's gonna be open or not, but it's just nice to have done a little bit of a walk. And I'm still feeling the Morton's neuroma in my heel, my left heel, but I can still walk on it. Just don't be an absolute knob jockey about it. The key is to still be active, still be fit, but don't do it to the point where I'm going to have an injury. And it's come, which is quite annoying, but it will go away at some point. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up the video now because I'm in the centre of Elland now, and people are still out driving, which I don't quite understand. Yeah, don't quite understand that, but anyway, let's just not go down there. I'm literally going to go past the cinema, the Rex cinema, and then like through the centre a little bit. Oh wow, empty now, and a bit of a weed smell as well. How lovely. I mean, I'm joking, it's nice. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up the video now. Thanks for watching for now, because I'm now in the centre of Elland and I don't really want to be doing this whilst in the centre. So thanks for watching for now, and goodbye.